Okay, I'm starting a new series for the rest of the spring and throughout the summer and maybe even longer. I'll be picking a pro sports city and talking about the various teams they have in various pro sports. Today I'm going to focus on the city of Boston. I'm going to talk about the New England Patriots, going to talk about the Boston Red Sox, the Boston Celtics, and the Boston Bruins. Now, before I get to that, big news at the French Open today. I know not a lot of people watching this video watches tennis. I'm actually a tennis fan. I just don't talk about it much because I know none of you watch tennis. But Roger Federer lost to Robin Soderling today in the quarterfinals of the French Open. And it's amazing because Roger Federer had been to 23 straight Grand Slam semifinals. That's an amazing run. He didn't always win the Grand Slam, but he's at least been to the semifinals of 23 straight Grand Slam tournaments. And, Robin Soderling is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he has never actually beaten Roger Federer. Roger Federer has owned him. So Federer is gone out of the French Open. Rafael Nadal is still there. He's been blowing by everybody. If Rafael Nadal wins the French Open, he will once again be the #1 player in the world. But Robin Soderling is dangerous. So don't forget, Robin Soderling also knocked Rafael Nadal out of the French Open last year. So Nadal knows he has to watch out for him. All right, let's get to Boston. What can you say about Boston pro sports? Now, we have the NBA Finals getting started later on this week. The Boston Celtics are going to try to bring yet another championship to the city of Boston. And think about what has happened in the last 10 years with Boston pro sports teams. You have the Boston Red Sox, who have brought 2 World Series trophies to Boston in the last 10 years. 2004, 2007. Major props to Theo Epstein. You have the New England Patriots, who have brought 3 Super Bowl championships to Boston in the past 10 years. After the 2001 season, after the 2003 and 2004 seasons. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Scott Pioli. You have the Boston Celtics, who brought title number 17 to Boston in 2008. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen. Then you have the Boston Bruins, who have not won a Stanley Cup since 1972, but they've consistently been a playoff team in the last 40 years, for the most part. It's been an amazing run for the city of Boston and the state of Massachusetts as a whole in the past 10 years. They've won 6 championships in 3 major sports. 2 in baseball, 3 in football, and 1 in basketball. And even though the Boston Bruins have not won a Stanley Cup since 1972, the Boston Bruins have at least consistently been a playoff team over the past 40 years. A lot of times they're not one of the favorites to win the Stanley Cup, but at least they make it to the playoffs. The New England Patriots started the winning in 2001. They were the first of the Boston teams to win a championship. Then they did it again, 2003. Then 2004 came. Then you had the Red Sox and the Patriots in the same year winning a championship. Then you had Red Sox again in 2007. Then the Celtics in 2008. And if the Patriots didn't get upset by the New York Giants in February of 2008, Boston could have had 3 champions at the same time in 3 different major sports. So it's been an amazing ride. My salute to Boston. We'll see if the Celtics can beat the Lakers this year and bring title number 7 in the past decade to Massachusetts and Boston. Until next time, when I focus on another city and their pro sports teams, I'll see you guys later. Peace.